all my favorite people. Today I'm walking you through the process of pattern adjustments. I am going to do them on my basic block, on my basic bodice block, so that will be the example of today. And in the example I will be using my measurements as well. And to make this video most helpful for you, open the document with my measurements in there, because that way you understand what I'm talking about better. So this will be a very practical video. I'm not designing, I'm not styling, I'm just explaining to you how to get a better fit in your patterns. And you might be wondering what you're hearing on the background, but sometimes he makes a bit of noise. If you want to dive deeper into working with your own basic blocks, then make sure to join my community. I'm having weekly live calls there where I talk a lot about basic blocks, how you can create your own and how to adjust them accordingly to your body. Click the link in the description to join the community. And once you accomplish the good fit on your basic block, then you can start designing, and you already know that the base is good, so that way the design will be good as well. Does that make sense? And if you want to go even further than that, so not only making your basic block, but also learn how to create the patterns of your dreams, so you can actually make the pieces that you want in your closet. The link in the description to book a call. I have 5 spots open for working with me on creating the patterns of your dream closet. Let's dive into the video. Okay, so I got my basic block that is my size, and now we are ready to alter it. As you can see, I put it on a piece of paper and I didn't cut them out because I need room for the alteration to happen. We are only making alterations. As I said before, we are not designing, so don't overcomplicate it. Just follow it step by step to make the right alterations to make it fit to your body as good as possible. This is the most technical part about altering a pattern, and maybe the least fun, but it does really help with getting a good fit. So what you will need is your basic blocks, measuring tape, your own measurements. I also use this one to make straight lines and something to make the adjustments with. I made everything in black, so I will use a red pen so you can clearly see what I'm doing, a blue pen. Get your measurements ready and your basic block ready. The first thing we are going to adjust is the chest circumference, and that is the measurement around your chest. So that is at this point and at this point. So what you are going to do, you measure at chest level, right here. This is 22.5, and I move that towards this chest level, measure that, and that is 44.5. That is only half of the pattern, so I double that, and that will make 89. I like to make notes on the paper as well. Always know what to do. 89 centimeters. And then for my measurement, I will look at the sheet. It is 85 centimeters. And then the following formula you are going to use every time you adjust a side seam. So we have the 98. You do that minus your measurements. So that is a difference of 4 centimeters. But because it's a side seam and you have 4 side seams, 1, 2 at the front and 1, 2 at the back, you divide this by 4. And that makes an adjustment of 1 centimeters at every side seam. So then get your, this one is easy because 2 of those blocks are 1 centimeter, so I can easily line this up with a line that already exists, because mine is 85 and the pattern is 98, so I'm going to make a decrease here. Oh my god, it's already a bit messy now. Here, and then do it here as well. And for the purpose of this video, I did go a size bigger so I can make clear adjustments and not like all the very small ones. But you might notice that some of your adjustments are very, very small, but you really want to make sure that you do them anyways, because you really want this to be fitted very well to your body. And then you also do that here. It's more easy because it's a straight line. So decreasing by 1 centimeter. Like that. And that's already the first adjustment done. Now we are going to adjust the length of the pattern. Measure from your highest shoulder point, that is this point and this point. Measure down. 43 centimeters. I'm gonna write it down again, because then I have little notes everywhere. And also add this point, 42. Okay, to be exact, 41.8. Fair enough. That is the measurement from the paper, so from the basic block. And now to get my measurements. My front measurement is 42. So again, the measurement I took minus the measurement from the pattern is a difference of 1 centimeter. It has to be 1 centimeter shorter for my exact length, and the length I have on my back is 40. So that's a difference of 1.8, both in a decrease. So I first do that at the front, measure 1, make the line, and here it's 1.8, so just going to lay that. This is 1.5 and then a bit higher is 1.8, and make a decrease. Now the next thing we are going to do is adjust the bust height and the bust position. So what you want to do is you measure it on the pattern first. Measure it from highest shoulder point. So go from here, just don't go in a diagonal line, but go straight down, and then see where is it at. So if I redraw it here, then I will match this point exactly, and that is at 23.5 centimeters. Then you got your own measurement, and that is 22 for me. So that's a difference of 1.5. And when you do horizontal adjustments, you a lot of times divide it by 4 because it is in a seam. And when you do vertical adjustments, then most of the time it's just the exact number, because we are just adding or decreasing it in one place. So it should be at a height of 22. So I will measure down from the highest shoulder point, straight down to 22, and I mark this point. And then the new dart. So this point is now pointing towards 23, but I need it to point at 22. It doesn't have to end here, it stays at the same height, but it should be at this point. So what I can do is make a little guideline here, and then attach this point to that guideline. So here is where my new point should be, at this point. And this is only to adjust the bust point and not the dart legs. So I will use the same points where the dart legs are starting. I only change the point where my bust is. And now we are going to determine the depth of the dart. And the depth of the dart is the difference between the length of your front and the length of your back. Because as you know, you are going to sew the side seams together. So this one should be the same length as this one when the dart is folded. So that's what I need to know, is how much do I need to fold away to get the same length here as there at the side seam. So what you're going to do is you get your front length, that is 42, and your back length, that is 40, and you do that minus each other, and that is 2. So the depth of my dart is 2. As you can see, this is quite a big dart depth. And why mine is so small is because I don't have a very big chest. And you will notice the bigger your chest is, the bigger this number is. So from the middle of this, I'm going to measure 2 centimeters both, 1 centimeter both ways to make a total of 2 here and here. And then from those new points, I make new dart legs. And working on this can get a bit messy with all the lines and everything, but in the end, what you want to do is trace your basic block that you have adjusted, and accordingly to all your right sizes, trace them perfectly so that you have a clean base to start from. Next thing we are going to do is adjust the waist darts. Those. And this is more a standard rule that we use for this, because some people have a very small waist, some people have a medium waist, and some people have a little bit more filled waist. So the basic rule for that is if you have a slim size, that is size 0 to 8, you will have a dart depth of 3 centimeters. And if you have a medium size, 10 till 22, then the dart width is 2.5. And if you have a more curvy size, then it is between 24 and 34, then you have a dart depth of 2 centimeters. That is just a standard rule that you can use for deciding the dart depth. We will end up adjusting it if you are going to adjust the full weight. We are now only going to make the darts, adjusted to what we need for our body. So we need a dart depth of 3, and this one is 3, so that is good. And this one is also 3. So for me, those are now good and perfect. If not, you will adjust them to make them smaller, because this is 3, so I should have made them smaller if I needed an adjustment. And now we are going to adjust the full waist to make it fitted perfectly. So this is a few more steps to get the exact measurements. My waist is 68. I know that because I measured that. And then what you want to do is you are measuring your waist minus the dart depth, because this is what we are going to fold away. So you measure it here, 22, and then this one, 42.5. You fold that in half, and then you will have 85. But this is including the dart depth. So this is 3 centimeters, and I have 2 front pieces, so that is a total of 6. And this is also 3 centimeters, which is a total of 6, which means that I have to minus 12 centimeters, because I'm going to fold this away in the pattern, so it already will be decreased from the waist. I now need to know how much I'm going to decrease the side. So minus 12 is 73, mine is 68, so minus each other is a difference of 5 centimeters. That's quite a big adjustment, but as I mentioned in the beginning, I did size up so I can do proper adjustments and show you very easily how adjustments are done. So for this number, 5 centimeters, because it is a side seam, I'm going to divide it by 4, which means I have to make a decrease of 1.25 centimeters at every side seam. So this one and this one. Measure that. I like to use this one. This is 1.25 will be here. Here. We already adjusted this part, so the bust width, so I don't want to adjust that again. That means that this adjustments only counts for the waist, not for the bust. So I'm going to attach this point to this point. I'm not going to go straight up because I don't want to decrease or increase here. I only want to do that at that point, like that. And the same for this. You go from here and then till your closest dart leg. Attach it to that point. Yes, so now all of this, everything here is not necessary for my basic block. And as you see, we didn't adjust any of the neck or the shoulder or the armhole or anything there, because those are more based on what you like and what you prefer in the design. As well, you can only adjust them if you made it 12, because this basic block is created to already have a pretty good fit around the shoulder. It's pre-made, it's based on a lot of bodies, so it already is a good base, but to make it specifically good for your body, you want to make a 12 to know 100% sure what adjustment you're going to make there. You can't do that on front, because then you are guessing, and with guessing you don't exactly know what you've changed to make it fit right. So this is the base of making a pattern fitted to your body. Those are the standard adjustments. You can also use them on pants and on skirts. They work the same, only for your bottom, so you get more your bottom measurements than your top measurements. And adjusting the bodice block is by far the hardest part, because you have darts there. But this is the basic way of creating a pattern that fits you really well, and from this one you can start designing and already knowing that it fits you well. So now I created my block that perfectly fits me, and this gives me the best base to start designing from, because now I already know that when I use this basic block to design anything that I want, that it will fit me well, because it's already adjusted to my body and a good fit for me. And that is the whole point of this basic block. You don't have to go from 0 to 1 all the time. You can always come back to your 1, your basic block, and then go to your 2, your desired piece. And when you take the time to get this right, make sure to make a 12 before you actually go into designing, to maybe put out some more fit issues that are specific to your body. If you have a small bust or a bigger bust, then you need to make some more adjustments, and you only see that when you made a 12. And after that, you can finally start designing the dresses, the tops, the blouses, the pants, the skirts, everything that you have been dreaming of making. I hope this video was helpful. You can apply these adjustments to the other blocks as well. Give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about pattern making, and I will see you next week. Bye!